We keep on moving, we keep on moving along, we keep on rolling. No, we ain't slowing it down. We ain't slowing down. We keep on moving along, we keep on rolling. Yeah. No, we ain't slowing it down. Let's go.
We ain't slowing down, baby, come and show me how. Gotta do it right now, you know you gotta hold me down. Can I let the moment pass? Good things, they never last. Pull up in a whip, you know I had to hit the gas. Yeah, that's premium, pull up with a team and I'm ain't worried about the other side. They know that they ain't beating, I'm on everything I love. Work to the man above, keep it cool, calm, collected. At this point you get the message. Life is hectic, but we gotta keep it rolling, no. Gotta keep it moving like we stole it, though. Rolling with the punches, giving hits like we are in a scope. Even though I'm clocking, punching in, I'm independent, though. Staying prayed up, ain't nothing gon' phase us. Ain't never gon' let a lame say what they just made up. I never take a pay cut, we getting what we worth in. I never change the blueprint, cause we know it's really working.
Keep on moving,
Moving,
we keep on moving along.
keep it moving, keep it
rolling.
rolling.
No, we ain't slowing it down.
Never slowing down,
Keep
never
on moving,
moving.
we keep on moving along.
Keep it moving, keep it
rolling.
rolling.
No, we ain't
Keep it rolling, keep
slowing
it moving,
it
we
down.
ain't never gon' lose it. Cause we in it for the movement. If I'm lying, then I'm flying. Don't play into their amusement. If we trying, we ain't dying. Never sleep, never sleep, never. The moment that you rest your head, they think they can't compete. If you gotta skip steps, then the plan is not complete. Get your reps in, get your reps in, get your. Never rest on a past success. You gotta love what you do if you tryna be the best.
Keep on moving,
Moving,
we keep on moving along.
keep it moving, keep it rolling.
We ain't slowing it down.
Never slowing down, never
Moving,
moving.
we keep on moving
Keep it
along.
moving, keep it moving, keep it
rolling.
rolling. Keep it rolling, keep it moving. We ain't never gonna lose it.
Who's been to Epstein Island, mate? Oh, yes, it's hot. How you doing, everybody? Good to see you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whatever you're doing in the world. I hope you are well. Yes, it's boiling hot here. Yes, it's boiling hot here. Some would say it's the weather. I would say it's the weather. Others would say it is the climate change. Yeah, no, it's just the weather. So how are we doing? Good, I hope. I had a busy day today, as I said yesterday, for those of you that may have watched it, which is about 1 or 2 people, to be fair, which is standard. It is what it is. Good job it's just a hobby, isn't it? It's a good job it's just a hobby. Flies. I hate flies. Anyway, relax. So yes, I went to London today, and it was hot. Of course it was. And then I went into this, it was, what would you call it? An exhibition. Sort of an exhibition of the sort of things that I do. Although I thought it was a certain aspect of the business, this new luxury business that I'm doing, right? I thought it was a certain aspect of that. And it turned out that it wasn't. It was actually very similar to the things I do as a finished article, right? Which was a bit disappointing because I didn't want to go and see that. I wanted to see other things because well, the way it was phrased, it would be other things that I could use within what I do. But fortunately for me, there were people there with companies that did the things that I was looking for. Only a couple of them, but that's all I needed. And I got some very good advice. It was very good. It was very interesting, but it was very hot, really hot, and it's really hot now. So if you can hear a fan in the background, I don't know if you can or not, there is a fan going off in the background because it's just too hot. I don't know if I suddenly keel over, it's because I'm boiling hot. Got a black shirt on, so you can't see me just rinsed with sweat. Anyway, so what else is going on? Well, I told you about that. I had a company, right? A big company, multi-million company, contacted me about the products that I make, these luxury products, and they want me to make them some stuff, right? And they was talking about between 250 and 500 items. So anyway, sent them an email back, explained a few little bits and bobs, and when I got back from London today, had a look, and there's an email reply. And they don't want 250 or 500. No, they want 1,000. Yes, they want 1,000. Yes, and these things ain't cheap. It's mad. It's madness. It's madness. I've just hooked a whale, I think. Obviously, the deal is not done yet, but hopefully, going forward, the deal will be done, and we will be celebrating heavily on that one, I can tell you. There's going to be a lot of work involved, I know that much. Anyway, that's not why you're here. I don't know why you're here. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why anybody's anywhere. I don't know what it's all about. I don't know what's going on. I'm always confused. Always confused about literally everything. What am I confused about? Oh, no, he don't do everything, does he? Who's in the Epstein files, mate?
Everyone!
Just a quick reminder. Everyone's in the Epstein files. So anyway, what have we got for you today? Oh, well, it's not looking good, is it? It's looking very gloomy indeed. Let's start where we begin, at the beginning. So what have we got? US strikes strategic Iran-Russia-China rail link. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? That sounds like a good idea to ramp this all up now with Iran. Apparently, they've been really bombing them hard now, the Americanos. They've been bombing the Iranians really, really hard for a couple of days now. And so, yeah, the US strikes Iranian-Russian-China rail link. So let's have a little look at this then. The route has become increasingly important since the United States tightened pressure on Iran's maritime trade. Now, let's go back. Let's just wind back quickly. I know you're all aware of this. Let's say hello to a few people first, actually. Let's do that. So we've got two shies here, everybody. Oh, yes. And the beautiful, wonderful, incredibly sweaty Beth Gish is here, everybody. Oh, yeah. Less said about that, the better. And then we've got Defy Tyrants is here, everyone. How you doing, mate? Oh, and look, we've got the legend that is Mr. John is here. Oh, hello, stranger. How's the old, how are you doing? All right, they fell out yet? Anyway, in joke, private joke, never mind. I thought it was funny. Too many laughs? Yeah. Is that what your teeth look like now, Mr. John? Is that what they look like? I don't know. Too many laughs, though, Gaz. Yes, absolutely. Too many laughs, Gaz. I know. So anyway, all right. The United States targeted a strategic railway bridge in northern Iran and key maritime infrastructure along the country's southern coast during a second night of strikes, expanding its campaign to weaken Tehran's military and logistical capabilities. Yeah, like I was saying, let's rewind a bit. So didn't this all start off with Americano and Israel American was in negotiations with Iran over their nuclear stuff, and that was all going swimmingly, and everything apparently was going very nice. It was very cordial apparently, and things were getting sorted out. And then all of a sudden, the Americanos and Israel did a surprise attack, didn't they? And started bombing them and attacking them because they thought they were going to take out the Ayatollah and everything was going to fall apart in 2 or 3 days and it'd all be over. Where are we now? Yes, where are we now? No, it's madness. It's insanity. And so, yes, now it's kicked off once again. Apparently, it's even worse now, but we'll continue. According to Iran's Fars news agency, one of the targets was a strategic railway bridge near Iran's border with Turkmenistan, I think that says. Fly. Anyway, that serves as a major overland trade corridor linking Iran and Russia and China. Well, aren't they all going to be pleased about that then? They're all going to be pleased, aren't they? That they're cutting off routes to them as well. Oh, it's a fly. Hang on, I've got some fly spray. I've got to do it. Die! Anyway, very professional and coffee now, but very professional indeed. Do you know what I mean? I hate flies. I can't tell you how much I hate them. I just have. Anyway, the route has become increasingly important since the United States tightened pressure on Iran's maritime trade, reportedly leading to sharp increase in rail traffic through the corridor. US forces also struck the observation tower at Iran's port of Chabahar on the Gulf of Oman. The tower is used to monitor commercial and military vessel traffic entering and leaving the Strait of Hormuz. Additional strikes reportedly hit Bashir, strategic islands in and around the Strait of Hormuz, and other sites across southern and central Iran, believed to support ballistic missile operations and Iran's naval capabilities. The operation was designed to secure freedom of navigation through the Strait of Hormuz, which there was, before all of this, there was freedom of movement through the straits, remember? Do you remember that? Do you remember when it was all sort of normal? Before they started bombing them? Do you remember that? I remember that. Mad. And believed to support ballistic missile operations. The operation was designed to secure freedom of navigation through the Strait of Hormuz. I know I'm reading it again, shush. While degrading Iran's ability to threaten commercial shipping without triggering a broader regional war. Well, it does seem like this is going to trigger a broader regional war, if you ask me. Because, I mean, I've looked, and I can't really see what the Iranian response has been at this point, to be fair. Another fly. Oh, God. Anyway, this is such a bad idea. What a hobby. What a hobby to have in the heat when you've got to have the door open because it's too hot. You know what I mean? How you doing in the heat anyway? You all right? You enjoying it? You loving it? You gone to the seaside? Have you? Lucky you. I wish I had. The strikes came as US Central Command announced it had carried out another round of attacks against approximately 90 Iranian military targets along Iran's coastline. CENTCOM said the targets included air defense systems, coastal surveillance assets, missile and drone storage sites, naval capabilities, and military logistics infrastructure. The operation followed the previous night's strikes on roughly 80 Iranian military targets, including more than 60 Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps small boats. Well, this is going to be, it's ramping up, isn't it? It's getting a bit busier, isn't it? Tessie Patriot is here, everyone. Long time no see. How are you in Americano land? How's it all going? I hope it's going well. Yeah, your man Trump's on it again, isn't he? He's starting bombing everywhere. Didn't he call them the Islamic Japan or something the other day? Didn't he do that, Trump? I saw something weird. It was something weird anyway. It was very peculiar. Anyway, Tessie, how you doing? Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. So yeah, and it continues on from that little well, not a little bit of nonsense, quite a lot of nonsense, really. Quite a lot of climate change going to be caused through all the pollution, that all these bombs. Where is everybody on that? Where are all these people that cry out for net zero and all this stuff when all this is going on? Why aren't they crying out about this, saying, "Oh, stop! You know, you got to stop. It's polluting all the atmosphere, and it's, you know, all these bombs going off, and all you blowing up all this stuff. It's not very good for the environment, is it? Well, is it? It's not, is it? But you don't hear a lot about it, do you? They don't speak about it very much, like the media and stuff there, no, because it's not part of the agenda, is it? I'm very well, Gaz. How are you? Tessie for Trump. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm hot. It's hot over here, Tessie. It's hot. It's too hot. It's all right if you're on the beach with a cold beer, that I can handle that. If I've got a swimming pool next to me, like when I lived in Spain, I can handle that. But here, in Inglaterra, when you've got rugs and carpets and heavy curtains and heavy furnishings, no, it's just too hot. Anyway. And yeah, I like it colder. I do. I don't mind it. If I want the decent weather, right, I'll go on holiday, okay? You know what I mean? Where it's supposed to be hot. It's not supposed to be this hot here. It's just not. And traipsing around London earlier, I was just dripping. Horrendous. Anyway, what have we got next? Tehran launches more strikes after explosions reported in southern Iran. So a good old tit for tat going on by the looks of it. And who's going to have the biggest tit and who's going to have the biggest tat? That's the question, isn't it? The US and Iran have traded strikes for a second night as observers report a dramatic drop in the number of ships travelling through the Strait of Hormuz. I wonder why. So all the fuel prices are going to go back up then, are they? I suppose all the fuel prices are going to go right back. All the fuel prices. I'm reading the chat. Shouldn't do that when I'm doing this. All the fuel prices, I suppose, and all the energy prices and everything, and all the food prices, all going to go back up again, is it? Do you know what I mean? Is it going to get even worse? And apparently Russia stopping exporting fuel, apparently diesel or something. So there's going to be how long? I thought with all this going on, with them, the Straits providing something like, is it a third? Something like a third or a quarter of all the world's oil. I thought we'd be running out by now. I'm quite surprised we're not. Is it true? There's a fly on me. It's a fly on me. Is it true? Shut up. Right. It was tickling me. And it shouldn't, because I'm going to try and kill it. Well, as soon as this is over, I'm killing them all. Anyway. Flies, that is. Flies. Only flies. Calm down, YouTube. I'm not killing anything, but flies. They're annoying. Yeah, so the US and Iran have traded strikes for a second night. Oh, yeah, I did that bit. The US says it hit 90 military targets, some near the Strait. Iran says 14 people have been killed in the past 2 days. State media also reported that targets near the Bushehr nuclear power plant were hit. That's not good, is it? Citing the deputy governor of the province, the US has not commented on the latest strikes. Iran said it targeted US assets in Kuwait, Bahrain and Qatar in response. Later on Thursday, Tehran launched more strikes on sites in Kuwait, Jordan and Iraq, state-linked media reported. So there is a wider conflict going on. So it's creating. So they're doing the tit, and then they're going to do the tat. And the thing is, if they get rid of if they start hitting critical infrastructure in these like Iraq and in Qatar, they're a desert. If they start hitting this like sanitation plants and there's no water, there's going to be some major problems over there. Major problems, which in turn will bring. Because where do you think all these people are going to go? Where do you think all these people, if they have to flee them regions, right? All their millions of people, where do you think they're going to go? Or a lot of them are going to try to get to? Yes, they're going to try to get to Europe. And when they're in Europe, where do you think their final destination will try to be? Where it's the land of milk and honey, where you can arrive without a passport, with no identification, with nothing, on a small boat across the channel, and be housed at the taxpayer's expense, fed, watered, medical, expenses, everything. Everything. Yes. So how's that going to look in sort of 12 months from now? That's if we're all still here, if they haven't gone escalating to the top of it all. Who knows? At this point, I've said before, I've got it on my bingo card, right? My bingo card as World War III. That's on my bingo card.
The Führer couldn't have said it better himself.
Cheers, mate. Where is it? Iran. Oh yeah, I got it. Shush. Separately, huge crowds have gathered for the burial of Iran's late supreme leader, Ayatollah, I can do it if I don't read it, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, after 6 days of funeral events. Crowds massed on the streets of Mashhad in northeastern Iran, waving Iranian flags, while some were pictured holding signs carrying death threats directed at US President Donald Trump. Oh dear. Khamenei was killed on the 28th of February during the first hours of the US and Israeli strikes against Iran. Iran's foreign ministry denounced the latest UK strikes as a grave war crime, describing the US administration as evil and psychotic. Who's in the Epstein files, mate? Everyone! Yeah, that's right. Everyone. Everyone's in the Epstein files. Would you say that's evil and psychotic? What, the Epstein files? Yeah, I'd sort of say so. Bridges and railway route connecting Tehran to the city of Mashhad, where the late Supreme Leader's funeral is being held, were also damaged, the Foreign Ministry said. Iran's Health Ministry says 14 people have been killed during this latest round of fighting. Hussein Kermanpour. Oh, I've got to get it. There's another one. Shush. I've got to do it. I've got to do it. I've got to do it. Anyway, very professional. I'm very professional. So you won't get this in a BBC studio, would you? Them running around with a fly spray. No. Because taxpayers all pay the TV licence. If you give me all that money, I won't be doing that either. I'll have somebody else running around. I'll get Mr. John in to get him running around killing the flies. That'll be better. Too many laughs, guys. Oh, no. It's not a laughing matter, all this, is it? It sort of is, though, really, because you can't do nothing about it. Right, hang on. So where was I? Oh, God. Hussein Kimanpour, head of public relations at the ministry, said US attacks targeting 5 provinces in Iran over the 8th and 9th of July have also injured 78 people, of whom 47 remain in hospital. Gulf nations reported Iranian attacks following the US strikes, with explosions in Bahrain's capital, Manama, Kuwait, intercepting missiles and drones, and Qatar issuing a security alert. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has confirmed that it launched retaliatory strikes on US military bases in Kuwait and Bahrain overnight, and called them the first phase of the punitive response against the American treaty breakers. So that's the first response. Tessie says, do you have a tattoo on your hand, Gaz? I certainly do. I certainly do have a tattoo on my hand. And it's a Picasso bull. Yeah, it's Picasso. All right, it's a Picasso bull. You can't really tell, but it doesn't really matter because I didn't do it for anybody else but myself. But yeah, it's Picasso. Yeah. Clever, isn't it? Mental it is. It's mental. That's what it is. Tattoos. Mental. Anyway. Who's this? Jacqueline, what is here, everybody? Hello, Jacqueline. Hope you're well. I hope you're not too hot. If you're in the UK, I don't know if you're in the... is it new, Gaz? No, Tessie, it's not new. It's very old. I got it done when I lived in Spain. And a long time ago. Well, actually, it weren't that long ago. I suppose a few years ago. But anyway, it's, it is what it is. I like it. I like it because I'm a bit mental. So the Islamic Revolution, I did that bit. Iran's paramilitary speaker, Mohammed Bagher Ghalibaf, that's the name, isn't it? Ghalibaf, who is also the country's chief negotiator with the US, said on X that America still hasn't learned that bullying and breaking promises are no longer cost-free. Let me put it plainly, if you strike, you'll get hit, he wrote, adding that the Strait of Hormuz will only open under Iranian arrangements, not American threats. US Central Command said the most recent round of strikes was carried out to further degrade Iran's ability to attack commercial shipping and innocent civilian mariners in the vital waterway. In a statement, it said it had struck 90 Iranian military targets, which included air defense systems and military logistics infrastructure along Iran's coastline. The latest strikes follow successful execution of offensive strikes in Iran the night before, Centricom said. Well, there's more. Phil Belcher, Marine Director of Intertanko, an international organisation for independent tanker owners, said the number of ships travelling through the strait via the southern route was now in single figures following the step up in hostilities. Surprise, surprise. Belcher, the daily figure of a what? Belcher, how this is the BBC. This should be perfect. This should be absolutely perfect. I shouldn't be stuttering with this, should I, really? Andrea is here, everybody! How you doing, Teddy? Still ain't changed your name, then? Still not gone to the dark side on the YouTube, have you not? You should come over to the dark side and be Teddy once again. And anyway, Belcher, the daily figure of about 30 ships was down from Belcher. That's so written badly. Anyway, down from about 70 a week ago and well below the normal number of 130 ships that was seen before the Iran war began earlier this year. He told BBC Radio 4's Today programme that there had been an exuberance of optimism around shipping in the region following the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between Iran and the US last month, but now the mood has changed. This cycle of violence, this cycle of up and down, positive, negative news, it's having an enormous impact both on business and on the seafarers themselves, he said. And the stock market. And of course, the stock market. I wonder if when this was all announced again, that the stocks made a jump and then somebody had put a bet on, longed or shorted or whatever it is they call this stuff, right? And made another loads of millions and millions. I wouldn't be surprised, would you? Because that seems to be a sort of a thing that they do. Defy tyrants. Trump tore up the agreement that stopped Iran from acquiring nukes. This mess is all on Trump, says Defy tyrants. On Wednesday night, several explosions were reportedly heard on other parts of the Iranian coast, including the cities of Konrak and Chabahar. Iranian state TV reported 8 explosions in Bandar Abbas and said 2 missiles had hit its ports on both Shirik and Jask, also in southern Iran. It added that two projectiles had hit the island of Abu Musa, which has been the subject of a long-standing ownership dispute between Iran and the United Arab Emirates. Air defense systems were activated in Bandar Abbas, according to reports in Iranian state media. The extent of damage from the US strikes is not yet known, but Iranian media have reported power cuts in Shababah and fire at an Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps barracks in Bushehr, or whatever it is. I can't say these things. I don't speak that language. I can barely speak English, as you've probably gathered. Two of the 3 lines cut off in Kababah, or whatever it is, had been restored quickly, and a third would be operational soon, the Iranian Students' News Agency said. Earlier on Wednesday, Centricom wrote in a statement that it held Iran accountable for recent unjustified aggression against commercial shipping and civilian crews freely navigating a vital international waterway. I thought they'd said that they've got to have permission from Iran. I mean, before all this started, back in the day, you know, all that long time ago when it was supposed to be over in a week, there was free shipping, there was movement, it was all hunky-dory, wasn't it? It was. Is this all part of an agenda? Is this all part of a 2030 plan? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you've got ideas about that. President Trump said late on Wednesday that Iran had called a little while ago and wanted to make a deal so badly. They want to make a deal so badly. So badly. I make the best deals. I, Donald J. Trump, make the best deals. If anybody's going to make a deal, nobody makes a better deal than me. I'm the greatest deal maker in the world. Donald J. Trump. I know it's a bad impression. It's getting better though, isn't it? I think it's getting a bit better. It's getting a little bit better. Shut up. So badly. Anyway, President Trump said late on Wednesday that Iran had called a little while ago and wanted to make a deal so badly. See, that's all right. That's all right, isn't it? Come on. Trump added, I just don't know if they're worthy of making a deal. I don't know that they're going to honour the deal. That's the problem. It's got to be better, isn't it? I don't know. It sounds all right to me. On Tuesday, the US military said it had launched powerful strikes in response to attacks on 3 tankers in the Strait. The current flare-up has been the worst exchange of strikes between the US and Iran since the deal, known as the Memorandum of Understanding, was signed on the 17th of June. Trump said the ceasefire agreement last month with Iran was now over. That was all right. He told reporters, I've got more of him. Let's go. It gives me a sore throat. Anyway, I don't want to deal with them anymore. They're scum. You know what scum is? They're scum. They're sick people. That was him. That's no way to behave, is it? You're supposed to be like the most powerful man in the world, and you're calling an ancient people scum. How's that diplomacy? You know what I mean? Oh, God. In response, Iran's foreign ministry, Abbas Argachi, said in a post on X, "We do not answer vulgarity with vulgarity, but with action, fearless and with great valor." It's a much better answer. Weren't it, though? You know, we're not sinking down to your level like a child. We're just going to bomb the out of stuff again. The deal between the US and Iran included 14 points, among them a 60-day period for a ceasefire during which negotiations should continue, the safe passage of vessels through the Strait of Hormuz, and the US lifting sanctions on Iran. The 60-day period for negotiations is not yet up, but Trump said he saw further talks as a waste of time. Yeah, so that's probably... So where's that going to go? Where's all that going now? You know what I mean? So if Trump's saying it's a waste of time, they're never going to get a deal with Iran anyway. Iran ain't going to, unless it's Iran's deal. You know, and it's just not going to happen, is it? And then you've got Israel. How's Israel going to react? You know, they're supposed to be not hitting everywhere else where all the things they're doing. And now they're mad genociding maniac in whatever they're up to. Incredibile. It's incredibile, I tell you. Anyway, yeah, so that's that bit. And then we go over to this one. This is the Iranian side. I haven't read it. Here we go. Let's have a look. Iran condemns Trump's vulgarity amid new escalation. Oh, it's all getting a bit tedious, all this war, isn't it, really? I mean, why don't you just get on with it? Because you've got all the stuff in Russia. Have we got anything on Russia as well? I think we have. I think we've got a bit of that as well. How are we doing? Yeah, we're all right. Iran condemns Trump's vulgarity amid new escalation. Foreign Minister Abbas Argachi denounced the US president's derogatory language during a new round of tensions. Actually, that would be better if I just did that a little bit. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Argachi has hit back at US President Donald Trump after he called Iran's leadership scum and violent people. The spat came as the US resumed strikes in Iran in the most serious flare-up of hostilities since the countries signed a preliminary peace framework last month. Addressing the civilized and Congress nation of Iran with his derogatory language does not diminish its greatness, Argachi wrote on X on Wednesday evening. Iranians are known for their civility, culture, and strong moral values. We do not answer vulgarity with vulgarity, with action, fearless, and with great valor, he added. I saw a video, and it was on, what's his name? Oh, God, he's really good on YouTube, isn't he? He was an MP in the UK. Anyway, his name will come to me. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't just get it. It's too hot. But is it George, not George Orwell, not George Carlin, George somebody. His name's George anyway. George, somebody will tell me. George, what's his name? It's George, isn't it? Somebody. Anyway, he played a video of Iran, inside Iran. It looks great. It looked really great. It looked like a really great place to go and have a visit. And it weren't like what you think, all these women in like, all, you know, dressed. It looked like it could be any city in the world as it stands. Galloway, thank you, Teddy. Galloway, that's it. God, it's too hot, isn't it? My brain's frying. What's this one? Defy Tyrant says, Gaz, gain 100 pounds, put on an orange wig and lose 100 IQ points, and you are Trump's double. You got the voice down perfectly. Well, I'll try. It just give me a sore throat though, I gotta tell you. It's weird, isn't it? I'll keep trying to. I mean, if I could just spew out like that'd be it, wouldn't it? That's Trump, isn't it? That's Trump these days, isn't it? Just talking. And just do that. Anyway, Although the diplomat did not mention Trump by name, Iranian state broadcaster TV said he was responding to comments the US president made earlier that day during a NATO summit in Turkey. During the meeting with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte, Trump said he considered the ceasefire with Iran to be over. I don't want to deal with them anymore. They're scum, Trump said. They're led by sick people, and they're vicious, violent people. It does hurt my throat. It does. And if they had a nuclear weapon, they'd use it. As far as I'm concerned, it's over. If they had a nuclear weapon, they'd use it. I don't think it's going to be too far away, when they probably will have at this rate, because I don't think it's in their best interest not to. That hurts me throat, I've got to tell you. And I nearly choked to death on a piece of ice. Too many laughs. Here lies GAZ. He choked to death live on a YouTube stream on a piece of ice. What a way to go. Marvellous. Anyway, the US struck targets in Iran for the second consecutive night on Thursday in what Trump called retribution for attacks on commercial ships attempting to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. Iran said the renewed attacks violated the Memorandum of Understanding signed on June 17th and vowed to retaliate. Although Tehran was not officially admitted responsibility for the attacks on the 3 tankers earlier this week, so it's not admitted it. That's a what? Gun is here, everyone! How you doing, Gun? Good to see you, mate. Iranian media cited officials as saying that the targeted ships attempted to cross the Strait of Hormuz without authorization. Now, remember before Israel and Americano illegally attacked Iran, and nobody needed permission, as far as I know, to go through the Straits of Iran. It was just a thing, wasn't it? And now it's not a thing anymore. Now you need authorization, and everybody knows that. Don't they? I know it. You know it. We all know it. But obviously, so, if they're going to break the rules, they're going to face the consequences. And then, so it makes you wonder who actually fired at them anyway. How would I know? I weren't there. The US and Iran have clashed over the interpretation of the MOU. Under the deal, Tehran agreed to make arrangements using its best efforts for the safe passage of commercial vessels through the Strait of Hormuz. At the same time, Iran and Oman were to begin negotiations to define the future administration and maritime services in the waterway. Tehran has repeatedly insisted that it has the right to regulate traffic and collect tolls. Well, I don't know. But it looks like this is all going to kick off again. Everything's going to get more expensive again. But obviously, we're not going to run out of fuel, are we? I don't know how that works. I just don't know how that works at this point. I don't really get it. It's very confusing for me. But that's a simple, easy thing to do, I'm sure you can imagine. And then we go to the other side of the world, because that's all jolly as well now. Right? This is all jolly all day, isn't it, really? We're probably on the cusp of... I think we're already in the WW3, really. Personally, I think we're already in it. It's just not like what we're used to seeing from, like, WW2. But at some point, I guess it's going to get to that. Maybe. It does appear to me that that's the way it's going to go, obviously, ultimately. So what have we got next for you? Putin likely to escalate Ukraine war despite Trump peace push, sources say. Well, is that a surprise? That's not a surprise to me at all. Are you surprised at that? With the way they've been getting attacked? I think another tanker of theirs has just been attacked by the Ukraine. Another oil tanker has just been hit. So it's getting wilder and wilder over there. It's gonna blow, baby. It's gonna blow. The Titanic plates are shifting. The tension on the Titanic plates. Is that what they're called? Titanic plates? I think that's what they're called. You know what I mean? How's the stream going, mate? Anyway, all right.
It was fucking biblical, mate.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, I think. Well, anyway, is it Titanic? Is it? I mean, is it? Have I got that right? Will somebody tell me in the chat? Do you think? Do you reckon they know? You know what I mean? I mean, they do watch me, so it's a bit doubtful. But anyway, we'll see. Well, actually, that's a lie because they're quite clever, some of them. They'll let me know. It will come up in the chat, I'm sure. Anyway, source close to Kremlin says, hang on, what we got? Oh no, Andrea's just laughing. Is it 1 o'clock yet, Andrea? Anyway, source close to Kremlin says high probability of escalation in coming months. I'd say it would be sooner than that. Putin sees full Donbass control as essential victory, source says. Kiev says intelligence shows Putin preparing new operations, possibly beyond Ukraine. I don't think that's true, but it could be. It could be at this point. Putin's running the war, about 15% of his capabilities. Yeah, I agree with that, Gun. I don't think it's a full invasion, is it? It's not a full escalation. It's not a full war from the side of Russia, I wouldn't have said. But what do I know? Drone strikes on refineries and ports have triggered severe Russian fuel shortages. President Vladimir Putin is rejecting calls to negotiate peace with Kiev. 3 sources close to the Kremlin told Reuters. With Ukraine's recent... I mean, I don't know how true this all is. I know it's on Reuters and all. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's the media, you can't. But it's something to do, isn't it? But yeah, but you know, think about it logically. You can't. What's that saying? Believe half the thing. What is it? Believe half the things you read and only a quarter of the things you see, or something like that. There's a saying, isn't there? Recent drone strikes on Russia's oil refineries and ports, strengthening his resolve to keep fighting for now. 2 of the sources speaking on condition of anonymity. Of course they were. Of course they were. That makes it really believable. You know, just anonymous people saying this. This is not propaganda at all. We'll see how far it goes into it, eh? See how propagandized this does become. Speaking on condition of anonymity, said that Putin was instead likely to escalate the conflict, now well into its 5th year. One of them, who meets regularly with the president, described a high possibility of escalation in the coming months. The comments came after US President Donald Trump on Monday said that Putin wanted the war to end and that the resolution was closer than people realize. It's closer. It's closer than people realize. I got a deal. We're gonna stop the war. If I was the president, but it wasn't Biden, the war, it would never happen. It would never happen because I'm the greatest president. I'm the best deal. When it comes to deals, I'm the deal maker of the deals. I make better deals. I know more about making deals than anybody in the world knows about making deals. When it comes to making peace resolutions, I, Donald J. Trump, am the man that makes the best peace negotiations in the history of the world. Not really, though. Not really, though, mate. I'm going to stop this war within 24 hours. Within 24 hours. It's 5 years now, mate. Mate, it's 5 years now. What you on about? Mental. One of the people familiar with Putin's thinking. One of the people familiar with Putin's thinking. The anonymous people. One of the anonymous people that knows exactly how Putin thinks. Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Thinking said he had dug in his heels to achieve the key objective of capturing the remainder of Ukraine's eastern Donbass region, where Russian advances have slowed this year. The same source said Putin recently rebuked a group of advisors suggesting a compromise based on a ceasefire along the current front lines. The second source said Putin believes Russia will soon capture the Donbass. See, from my point of view is, from what I can gather, from what I can gather. It was a special military operation, right? That's what started it, and it was to demilitarize what Putin considers to be the Nazis. Little uncle. Yeah, it was to demilitarize them. Now, if they're not demilitarized because they keep firing at the Russians deep inside Russia, hitting Russian tankers, then why would Putin stop? If they hadn't have had the support from NATO and the West and all the money and all the trillions in it now, trillions and trillions, is it? This would have been over a long time ago because they would have give up and there would have been a ceasefire and it would have all got resolved. But no, because the world's mad, basically. So the Russian president publicly rebutted. Oh, look, this one. I've got to get it. I've got to get it. I don't care. I don't care. Come on, die. Oh, God. Nazulium is here, everybody. Hi, Gaz. I'm a big fan. First time chatter. Just want to announce I just arrived. I shall watch the replay. Yes. Yes, there you go. Wonderful. Nazulium, as always, very much welcome and great to see you, mate. Yeah, the Russian president publicly rebuffed a call from Zelensky in June for a meeting and a ceasefire. Yeah, because he's not buying it, is it? He's not buying that they want a ceasefire. They only want to recalibrate. Russia is ready for a peaceful resolution, but has enough capability to act independently and continue the special military operation, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said in response to a request for comment for this story. In response to a request for comment to Zelensky's office, a senior Ukrainian official said Kiev's intelligence reports in recent months reflected that Putin was preparing for further steps in the war rather than peace, including new operations in Ukraine or a possible attack on another another European country. How likely is that? How likely is that? Knowing what would happen. I mean, and some could argue that they're perfectly within their rights to do it. Because if you're sending armaments and money to somebody that you're in combat with, an enemy, then you're effectively part of the enemy. So if Russia did tactically strike, like, I don't know, drone factories in places where they're being done and given to the Ukraine from Europe, I think that's fair, isn't it? I think not in morals, obviously I don't want none of it to happen. But under the war game rules, the war racket, under that racket, apparently that's all fair game. What do I know? In response to European country, some Western military analysts believe Russia would need a mandatory draft of fighting-age men to achieve the goal of taking the Donbass. The draft is a politically unpopular move Putin has been reluctant to make since early in the year. It's early in the war. The thing is, that is one of the steps that countries take when they know they're going to go to war proper. That is one of the things they do. They bring in the draft. When you see a country bring in the draft, right, that is a signal that they're looking, maybe in 2 or 3 years even, but they're looking at a war. They're looking at it. That's why they're drafting them, because they're getting as many trained as they can, because they know it's going to be a war. So if you start to see countries doing that, that's a clear indication, in my opinion, definitely. That's a clear indication that they're brewing it up, definitely. Russian military experts have increasingly discussed escalation in public, including the possibility of hitting European targets such as NATO bases in Baltic countries. Such a step would risk drawing Russia into direct confrontation with the US-led alliance, testing the NATO commitment that an attack on the member nation constitutes an attack on all. Now, the question is there, for me, one, Has Russia got the capability to go to full-scale war with Europe? 2, has Europe got the capability to fight back? 3, will the Americanos fight back? 4, would China get involved and North Korea? It's very much a tinderbox, isn't it? Now, my personal feeling, let me know what you... oh, what's this? Gaz, I fought against Russian army in the 80s in Angola. They are tough bastards. Well, fair play to you, Gun. You must be a bit of a tough bastard as well to survive it. What was I saying? I've read that. Defy Tyrant says, don't put it past our own government to perpetrate an attack against our own country and blame it on Russia just to escalate things. Called false flags. Who knows? Who knows what could possibly happen with these things? But me personally, one, I think Russia is probably capable of going to like full on with Europe. Me personally. 2, I don't think Europe is in a position to withstand it. I personally think if Russia was to strike a European country because they're supplying weapons that are killing Russians into the Ukraine, and as far as I know, I'm not 100% sure, but as far as I know, that is a legitimate thing they can do, right? There's no, like, that's not no war crime. That's like, I think NATO then would be on the back foot, personally. But this is why they want to up the budgets, you see, because they can see, or they're preparing for it, but they're not ready just yet. They haven't. We haven't got conscription. When you start seeing conscription come, and I don't know, no, I think it was Australia, or somebody might have just done that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But anyway, I think Russia, you know, but see, the thing is, in a war like that, nobody's going to win. Well, I suppose the bankers will win, obviously, but the normal people don't win because if nuclear bombs are real, I mean, I don't know, but let's just, for sake of argument, say the atomic bomb is real, right? And they're much more powerful than they've ever been. That's not a good outcome for anyone. Not for anyone. And then you've got to look at the Israel and they're coming to the second Messiah and all this, and they've got like a Samson option, and they're not supposed to even have a nuclear weapon. It's mad. There's so much to it. But I think that's the top of my bingo card. Absolutely, WW3. Russia could seek to sow tensions within NATO with isolated attacks, comparable to recent Russian drone strike on Romania. According to Jack Watling of the Royal United Services Institute, a defence and security think tank in London. These think tanks are great, aren't they? The Russians would not be aiming for a war with NATO, but it could be used to divide NATO over how to respond, Watling said. He added that the heightened tensions with NATO could help give Putin a political justification within Russia for military conscription. If you see military conscription in Russia, you know. Then you know. Rising costs of war. Repeated strikes on oil refineries, ports and storage depots in Russia and Russian-occupied Ukraine have caused severe fuel shortages, bringing the impact of the war home to millions of Russians. Putin's approval rating remains high. He's still got a high approval rating, even though they're there you go. His approval remains high. Where is it? Shut up. Remains high, but recently hits the lowest point since the war started in 2022, a poll showed. Yeah, all right. Ukraine's allies have seized on what they call a momentum shift in the war. Some call for the additional economic sanctions to force Putin to end the conflict. Ukraine's recent successes, however, have made Putin more angry and more determined to give a tough response, according to the person who meets Putin regularly. Yes, the anonymous person, remember? Russian forces have launched 2 major drone and missile attacks on Ukraine in the last week, including the capital Kiev, killing dozens of civilians. Moscow said the assaults had struck military targets. Speaking to generals last week in televised comments, Putin said Ukraine's strikes on energy infrastructure meant Russia would seek to capture more Ukrainian land along the border beyond Donbass as a security zone. A former Russian Defense Ministry official, Andriy Limpsky, said in a June 29 column on Kommersant, or whatever it is, newspaper, that escalation in the conflict could start with the destruction of 30 major industrial sites in Ukraine, including a steel plant and Odessa port. Russia has already caused widespread damage to commercial enterprises and ports across Ukraine. Production and exports have also been impacted by Russia's repeated strikes on power facilities. I don't know what that... Initsky added that the next phase could be strikes on NATO bases in the Baltic states and Romania, as well as facilities in the European Union producing long-range drones and missiles for Ukraine. I mean, it could happen. It could happen. Asked about Insky's column, Kremlin spokesman Peskov told reporters this week that Russia should strengthen its own security and cannot close its eyes to the militarization of Europe. Well, see, that's the other thing. If Russia sees that it is a militarization of Europe, that's a build-up because they're preparing for war. That is a build-up. That's what they do. They start building the armaments. They start getting more money, and that's what they're doing in the NATO thing. They're asking for more money for NATO because they want more. They want that because war costs money, and worse than that, it costs a lot of blood and lives, which is tragic because it's the youth at the start, the best ones, the fittest, the most able. It's shocking. It's bad. It's horrendous. It's awful. There you go. A grinding ground war in Donbass. The talk of Russian escalation comes as its slower progress on the battlefield has raised the prospect that considerable time and casualties will be needed to take Donbass. To date, about 2 million soldiers have been killed, wounded, or were missing since the full-scale invasion. I don't care. Again, after the special military operation in early 2022, 1.4 million of them Russian, according to the recent estimate by the Centre for Strategic and International Studies. Neither side releases military casualty data. Well, I've seen things where they've handed over bodies from one side to the other, and you'll get like the Russians will hand over something like, I don't know, 15,000, 20,000 Ukrainians, and they'll be given something like 1,000 of the Russians. I don't know how true that is, but on other platforms, I have seen that sort of thing. I don't know how true it is, like I say. But no, it's all lies, all of it. It's all propaganda. You're not going to know the truth. Russia's troops have struggled to advance this year along the 1,200 kilometre, 745-mile front line as Ukraine's drones counter Russia's numerical advantage in troops. In recent weeks, Russia has been grinding into the eastern city of Kostyantynivka, one of several towns in Ukraine's fortress belt, a critical defense front in the Donetsk region. On July the 3rd, Putin said Russian forces had seized Kostyantynivka. Ukraine denied it. A day later, during a call with Trump, Putin sought to convince him that Russia would take the remaining fifth of the Donetsk region of Donbass that Ukraine still controls. Putin, the source who meets him regularly, said, considers winning control of the region a matter of principle, saying the Russian president needs some kind of victory. Sounds like something that Trump would say, isn't it? Like a reporter would say, well, Trump needs some sort of victory. It just sounds like that to me. Anyway, that's me. I'm done. It's Thursday. It's hot. It's the end of my streaming week. I hope you have had a bit of entertainment out of it. I hope it's not too hot where you are, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend going forward. I, God willing, will be back on Monday at 7 o'clock, and we'll see what shenanigans is going on then, where we are in the world. And again, give us a thumbs up if you can. Give us a subscribe if you can. That'll be good. A comment in the chat will be good. Like, not the live chat, but because it won't be live, of course. In the chat, in the thing, you know, on the recorded or whatever, you know what I mean. But anyway, I'll be back on Monday. If there's anything you want me to talk about or anything you want me to look into, put it in the comment section under the video, because I do read them, because I don't get any. So when I do get one, I read it, right? So if you want me to speak about something specific, just put that in there and we'll see what we can do. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Thanks for being here. Much love. Take care, and I'll catch you Monday, 7 o'clock.
We keep on moving, we keep on moving along, we keep on rolling. No, we ain't slowing it down.
We ain't slowing
keep
down.
on moving, we keep on moving along, we keep on rolling.
Yeah,
No, we ain't slowing it down.
let's go. We ain't slowing down, baby, come and show me how. Gotta do it right now, you know you gotta hold me down. Can I let the moment pass? Good things, they never last. Pull up in a whip, you know I had to hit the gas. Yeah, that's premium, pull up with a team and I ain't worried about the other side. They know that they ain't beating, I'm on everything I love. Work to the man above, keep it cool, calm, collected. At this point you get the message. Life is hectic, but we gotta keep it rolling, no. Gotta keep it moving like we stole it, though. Rolling with the punches, giving hits like we are in a scope. Even though I'm clocking, punching in, I'm independent, though. Staying prayed up, ain't nothing gon' phase us. Ain't never gon' let a lame say what they just made up. I never take a pay cut, we getting what we worth in. I never change the blueprint, cause we know it's really working.
Keep on moving,
Moving,
we keep on moving along.
keep it moving, keep it
rolling.
rolling.
No, we ain't slowing it down.
Never slowing down,
Keep
never
on moving,
moving.
we keep on moving along.
Keep it moving, keep it
rolling.
rolling.
No, we ain't
Keep it rolling, keep
slowing
it moving,
it
we
down.
ain't never gonna lose it. Cause we in it for the movement. If I'm lying, then I'm flying. Don't play into their amusement. If we trying, we ain't dying. Never sleep, never sleep, never. The moment that you rest your head, they think they can't compete. If you gotta skip steps, then the plan is not complete. Get your reps in, get your reps in, get your. Never rest on a past success. You gotta love what you do if you tryna be the best. Moving,
We keep on moving along.
keep it moving, keep it rolling.
We ain't slowing it down.
Never slowing down, never
Moving,
moving.
we keep on moving
Keep
along.
it moving, keep it moving, keep it rolling. Keep it rolling, keep it moving. We ain't never gonna lose it.
Who's been to Epstein Island, mate?